Hello again. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time frame that you are dealing with as you watch another one of my delicious videos from the Nubian King, Israel. Northeast Africa, Israel. Israel. Boy, it's lit over here. But right now, I want to spend a few moments talking to you about Carlee Russell. Yep, yep. You knew you knew I had to get in there. Okay, Carlee Russell. It was two things about that situation that caught my attention. Number one, a baby walking down the side of the road with a pamper. Okay. When I heard that, I'm like, what? The first thing I wanted to know is what happened to the baby. What? A baby walking down the road with just a pamper? I think later on I found she said child had a shirt on or something like that, what have you. But just the sheer fact you got a child out there, but then she was the only one that made a 911 call about a baby walking on the side of the road by the woods. Uh-huh. Now, that right there is suspect to me to no end. Why? Because you know how emergencies go down. If it's an emergency and people are around with cell phones, it's going to be several people. Generally, it is several people calling in about that emergency. So that's why they say 911 was swamped with emergency calls about the same emergency. Because people are really, trying to get help. But here you only hear one account of this baby supposedly walking down the road there with a pamper from this girl, Carlee Russell. Well, I listened to the 911 phone call. And I'm gonna tell y'all something about spirit. Spirituality is when you're a spiritual person, you have the ability to hear and do truth. You can hear the truth, and the truth, and you hearing it, you do it. You know what I'm saying? You just like do what's right. You do the truth. And so, with you being a spiritual person, you can hear truth, and you also can hear a lie. So when I'm listening to this voice on this 911 call, first and foremost, I thought it was a white girl, cause she's talking out. It's a baby on the side of this here, and I'm like, Shazam, it's a white woman calling in about a baby. But I found out it's a black girl. I'm like, Shazam, sounding like that? That's weird. That's crazy. Oh, what did I say crazy for? Not. It would be revealed later on how true that is. Crazy. Wow. So anyway, I hear at the press conference the law enforcement, and that's where I'm like, really, like, whoa, who is this girl? Because they said that the Secret Service got involved in looking for this woman. Now I'm thinking, Shazam, she might be some big time government agent, spies, some stuff, and she missing, and maybe she done got abducted by somebody working in America from a foreign country. I mean, all these thoughts run through your mind, ran through my mind, because when he said the Secret Service got involved, I was like, wow, who is this? Must be a high value black girl for some reason. All right, so anyway, more things came out. They found her phone, and then she searched for the movie Taken. Well, I seen Taken 1, 2, and all of them. Good movie. And then she called. She looked up how to steal money from a cash register. Age of Amber Alerts. Oh, okay. Well, the movie Taken and Amber Alerts, I can kind of put those two together. But how to steal money from a cash register, I don't know where that came from. Okay. Anyway, we moving forward. And then I watched the interview of her parents. And what I saw was the mother doing all the talking. I don't know, maybe you all saw the interview where maybe her father said something, but I'm just watching the mother. Now I'm a parent. I have 6 children, 3 beautiful boys, 3 beautiful daughters, and 2 wonderful grandchildren. I just had a birthday yesterday. They took care of me, you know. I told them what I wanted. My children, they all came through. We had a great time. So I'm a parent. And their mother is a wonderful sister. She did an incredible job being a mother and a wife to me. You can't ask for any better. Okay, when they was coming up, this girl humped. She would not, like, you know, children wet to bed at night, right? This sister would wake me up getting out of the bed, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm going to check on, okay, because, you know, the baby was going through their bedwetting season. I remember one time, I never forget, 4 times she woke me up, 4 times she got up, 4 times she woke me up. But here's the thing, she didn't just go and check and see if they wet the bed. If they wet the bed, she got them up, took all the clothes off, cleaned them, shaved them, not shaved them, but bathed them, washed them up, brand new, nice, dried, clean clothes. Boom. Wet the bed again, same thing. Take the wet clothes off, change them. 3 times, boom. Again, 4 times, boom. She did that. So that's why I say she's the greatest mother. She got up 4 times in one night because she said, I'm not going to allow my children to lay in no pissy, wetty clothes all night. And if need be, she changed the sheets. So they have an incredible mother. Okay? But at the same time, she didn't pull no punches with them. She boxed them busters up if they need that whooping. You know, I mean, she'll light into their butts. Now, that's one thing, me and her, 2 peas in a pot. When it come to raising them children, it was never nothing that she jumping in front of me talking about, oh, you can't do that, they'll need that. She be standing right there with him, light his ass up if they needed it. But at the same time, she baking a cake and I'm serving ice cream and cake. So we were balanced. We ain't take no ish. And when we saw you getting out of line, we do what we felt we needed to do to get you back in line. Sometimes, most of the time, it was just a conversation. You understand? Because our children, you know, they wasn't no radical. They wasn't no bad knucklehead. Sometimes your children do be some knuckleheads. And you know they knucklehead. But then at the same time, what kind of parent are you going to be? You going to be a punk parent and let them be knuckleheads? And see, that's wrong, because if you don't step to them and put them in check and get them in an order as a child to follow your instructions and learn discipline as an adult, they ain't gonna be worth 2 dead flies, and they'll wind up doing stuff like faking their disappearance. And that's exactly what this heifer did. Oh man, I'm telling you from the very jump, I said something's wrong with this, cause it ain't adding up. And so I'm listening to the mama, and she sounds just like a mama that live in denial of the bullshit that the child be doing, instead of stepping to them. Oh, don't do that, baby. You know what? You need that butt whooped. That's what she need. But you don't do it. You know, she's a wild child at the school. And the teacher's trying to tell it, oh, she says, well, you know, and then you ain't got the assistant principal. They telling you. Then you got the principal telling you that your child is wow. You need to do something at home. We trying to do all we can in school. But if you at home not doing nothing, then you distorting the sense the child to think that she can do it and ain't gonna be no repercussion. And so now child grow up, boom, mad with a boyfriend, and fake her disappearance because she wanted attention from him. This is what this heifer did, y'all. Oh man, you gotta hear these details. This girl, see the FBI. Okay. Let me just share some, you know, with this technology today, the way technology is today, it just, man, you would have to be on their team to do something. Like drugs coming into the country, you almost have to be a government member now, because the technology they got. Let me show you how they did this here. The FBI using state-of-the-art, high-level, technical, advanced surveillance equipment, they saw Carlee Russell, right, pull her car over on Highway 459. She get out the car, and they see her walk over to the passenger side, and she stands there for a while. And then she walked in the woods alone. This is what the FBI say. She walks in the woods alone. Now the woods wasn't like a mile thick, long. It was some wood, but they wasn't. And I'm saying to myself, that joker. And she came out on the other side, and you know what? Come to find out, there was a dude in Atlanta she was dealing with. And see, that's the story between her and her boyfriend. It never got told. You understand? Okay. And so this girl winds up at home. Now, when she walked in them woods and came out the other side, that's what the FBI stated. She probably hooked up with this dude she was dealing with from Atlanta. And now I was wondering, why would her boyfriend take all her pictures off of his Instagram's account and Facebook account? That's what the report said, that he removed all images of her, him, and her period off his, I'm saying it's something to that. Why would he do that? Come to find out, looked like the FBI cold busted her. Because they said that she came out on the other side of them woods to hook up with this guy from Atlanta she was dealing with. FBI, they know everything. So they had this sophisticated surveillance equipment and saw her car stop, saw her get out, and walk in the woods by herself. There was never no baby. You know what I'm saying? Now at the time, when they saw that, she hadn't said she was kidnapped, but they was able to see. They saw the car pull over. They didn't know it was Carlee Russell. Later on, that's when they came to find out she claimed she was kidnapped. But they got some great investigators come to find out. They say, wait a minute, is this? And they looked and went back, and boom, there it is. Ain't no baby. That heifer walked in the woods by herself. See, I don't have no mercy for her. And a lot of you knuckleheads that was caking for that heifer, and y'all black women got the black women code. That means that no matter what foolishness the black woman do, y'all not gonna call her out on it. Well, I ain't that kind of person. You ain't the, butter to my, you ain't the sweetener to my tea. No, you ain't the butter to my bread. I get up every day and take care of me. I don't need you like that. You talking about you don't need the black man? I don't need you like that. Especially if you're gonna be like that. I don't need that kind of headache. Seriously. And I'm not the kind of brother that's gonna be sitting up here, oh baby, trying to get with you. The hell with you. If you gonna bring that kind of foolishness into my house, stay over there. I'm like the brother that said the other day. He said, no, he said, I see these sisters, they be, some of them have them bodies. They be looking good. He said, I sit there and just look at them all day. I look at, oh no, don't come over here. You stay your butt over there. Cause you come over here, you probably muck up everything I done built. Stay over there. Cause you're probably crazy. And that's this girl. Yeah, she cute, pretty, all that. Batch crazy. Crazy as a Betsy. How you gonna walk off in the woods by yourself? Unless you crazy. See, crazy people don't know they crazy. You see, now all this stuff is coming out. The truth is coming out. You understand? And then the other screenshot where the report came that she called her cousin from the Red Roof Inn and said that the plan is unfolding too fast and I don't know what to do. This is on record that she made that phone call. And she knew what she was doing. Got the whole all these people caught up. The local law enforcement, police, the sheriff, the FBI, the Secret Service, the neighborhood, looking for your black butt. And you out here mad cause your dad gonna have a breakup with your boyfriend? Be at you, one of them heifers need your literal ace whoop. Damn all that going to see therapy. And she need help. She don't need no help. She need a foot up her butt. But see, y'all say I'm wrong. I'm too hard. You got to be compassionate. She was going through something. That's you knucklehead caking for that dumb one. And that's why she like that. Man, I'm listening to her mama, and I'm pretty sure her mama is not the kind of mama that chastised her when she needed it. That's how she grow into this 24, 25-year-old knucklehead out here doing this stuff. And then, the thing with me, what really ticks me off is the fact that I got all these sisters, 100,000 women or more just out of America are missing, and they had nowhere near that type of energy to try to find them. I mean, sisters that's truly missing, mothers that's missing, grandmothers, daughters, cousins, aunts and friends, they really missing. And this heifer do this cause she mad with a dude. And some of y'all, I sit up, listen to this foolish woman talking about that baby, she's out there and she's kidnapped and she had to fight her way. Okay, so if you fought your way, where's all the reports that you got banged up, bruised up? How you gonna fight? Then you talking about some dude with orange hair. Sister, seriously? Don, don't come over here because I ain't got no daggone mercy at all. She need her butt whooped, seriously. Pulling a stunt like that. You crazy? No, I can't say that. Yeah, she crazy. And some of y'all up here caking for her like she need help. She's going through things. She had a bad breakup with her boyfriend. Negro, please. So anyway, y'all that believed her, you need to do a checkup. You need to do a checkup from the neck up, cause y'all, man, anybody get over on you. If you can't use some process of deduction to look and see now, a baby on the side of the road, and she was the only person that called in 911. And as long as she was on the phone talking to 911 about this baby ain't nobody else called about the baby. And where is the baby? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no baby. Her butt done went through the woods and met another dude, and that's why the dude she was dating wiped all her pictures away. Okay, so the spotty she worked up, they promptly fired her crazy butt. Because they said now they messing with her. She messing with their money because what? They got 1-star rating, bad review just cause that joker worked there. So they promptly fired her deranged butt. Get out of here. And with the boyfriend, knocking all the pictures off of, the social media, the job firing her, she done messed up her little life. Carlee Russell, sure, she done messed up big time. They don't play that. You know what I'm saying? You come here a toxic person and lied like that, we can't trust nothing. Ain't nobody, girl, you won't even be at the hamburger joint. Hamburgers come up missing. Go ask Carlee. I ain't steal them burgers. She standing there. Look, go check her bag. Hamburgers all in the bag. Because you's a liar. And now the whole daggone country know you a liar. You ain't gonna get a job. Because everybody know about you. Okay? She need to pay every single crying dime back to the city that lost the used money, that fined her, the FBI, the Secret Service, everybody that spent money on resources looking for their heifer, she need to pay them all back. Figure it out. Get that money, pay them back. I heard something like $60,000 was collected. She need to pay that $60,000 back, and she need to pay every single one of those agencies that spent any kind of resources on her looking for her. Because first you got to pay the wages, the salaries of the people that use the technology to look and see and try to find you. So that's a lot of people that was on clock looking for you. And you out here over some dude, a breakup. Man. Call her cousin talking about the plan done escalated, bigger than what I thought. I don't know what to do. Man. I need to go over to Rumble so I really can talk. God, nobody know. I swear, boy. Woo-wee. And see, some of these black women, because they never really been put in a place, they out there. Now, next time we'll talk about the girls that's locked up over there in Dubai. See, a lot of you all that haven't traveled to these different countries, see, it, y'all think America is it. Y'all really do think America is the way. You know, you knuckleheads really don't have a clue. Y'all think because you wild and free in America, you know, you can get loud with people and throw stuff and act a fool anywhere. hmm You know what? The Carlee Russell thing, she done really, you know, what happened with another sister come up missing? Is anybody going to believe her? You see how dangerous that is? What happened when the next sister really come up missing and they report she's missing? Everybody going to side eye like, yeah, right, okay. Wow, man, you see that? See, when you really sit back and think about what this knucklehead has done, it really can put any other sisters that's actually snatched in serious jeopardy of not even going out looking for them. Like they had the ones in the past already, ain't look for them. But what if, you know, okay, the next sister don't want her to come up missing. Don't want another sister, another child, nobody come up missing. On the other hand, what would happen if one do come up missing and it's reported? How would the law enforcement, you know what, they're gonna think about Carlee Russell. This job is gonna last for a long time. I remember 30 years ago, this black woman down there, you know, claimed she was missing, she wasn't, and, you know, well, how we know this ain't another Carlee Russell case? That's exactly what they're gonna do. And because of that, they may be slow to go out there and look for her. And here this sister is really missing. And if they use half the resources that they did finding the woman that wasn't missing, they'd have found the girl that is missing. And then, you know, another thing, the city was hella mad at this heifer. You know, well, they was mad at the authorities because they wasn't updating them regularly enough. And guess what? The heifer was sitting in the house, not even lost, and the people in the city were still looking for her because the authorities hadn't updated them, so they was ticked behind that. They didn't even know that the girl was back home. Yeah, that's how crazy this was. I don't know whether it was an oversight on the officials or whatever, however, but this heifer was sitting in the house and she, you know what I'm saying, they were still looking for her. And so what about the mama? You know what I'm saying? That's why I put a lot of blame on the parents, because of the fact that the mama sitting up there talking about y'all need to let her heal because she fought for her life and then she fighting for her mental life, and you all shut up. You need your butt whooped. Brother, what's wrong with you? Why you ain't saying nothing? He's sitting up there just looking like a space head, a bobblehead. Damn, and then, you know, man, you done got all these people caught up here innocently looking, seriously looking for you, and she's sitting in the house. The mama was supposed to run out there, hey, y'all, she back, she in the house, she in the house. She ain't even do that. Because you know what? She looked like that kind of woman that no Carlee was a biatch personified, italicized and bold, 38 point. She knew her daughter was a knucklehead because she ain't did what she's supposed to have done as a parent. When she started out with the knucklehead stuff, you know when they start out being a knucklehead, when they throw the first temper tantrum. Yep. And if you don't crush that right there, it's gonna grow into a Carlee Russell. Yeah, buddy. I'm telling you, I got 6 of them, right? I saw it. I mean, I raised my children old school. I didn't try to come in with the new wisdom of the modern day and do the timeouts and we're gonna correct your attitude. We're gonna read a book. Hell no. I raised my children the same way my parents raised me. Get out of here looking in grown folks' mouth, boy. When I got company, I don't want to hear nothing. And me and my sister was back there playing, and one of those figurines on my mama shifter roll fell and hit the real soft carpet, pile carpet with double layer cushion. It just went boom. And it was so soft. I was like, I'm amazed my father heard it, but he did. Those bionic ears, he heard it. He was out there talking with his friends, man, and me and my sister back there playing quietly and bumped that daggone shifter roll, and one of them figurines fell out because, my mother had the top of it covered with this cloth. And so when she sent the little figurines up there, they wasn't real stable because of the cloth. And so we back there playing, me and my sister, and it bumped that daggone shifter roll, and the figurine fell on the carpet. Boom. That's all. Boom. Wasn't even loud. Man, my pop 3 o'clock in the morning. Let me show you how they did that. He and my mother, they was tag team, right? She stood over at the light switch and he came over to the bed. He put his hand under the sheet, right, while I was sleeping, and she flicked the light on. When she flicked the light on, he started hitting me on my leg. Did I tell you to be quiet when I have friends? I woke up with my dad hit me on my leg with the belt. I mean, he wasn't killing me. It was just a whole shock and awe. And then the light on, then my mother, I'm like, whoa, what the hell? And he it was just that, see, the way they did that was a mental, move. Because he was hitting me with the belt, but it wasn't hard. I mean, I was like, I ain't even feel it. What shocked me was the fact they woke me up, and I looked and saw my pop with this belt coming down on me, and my mother standing over at the light switch. And it wasn't even hurting. I'm like, what the hell is y'all doing? And what he told me, every time he swung that strap, he said, didn't I tell you to be quiet when I have company? I got you, Big Daddy. I never forgot that, right? So, roll the clock forward, I got children. When my first child, right, got to a point where I knew they began to understand now. When I tell them to do something, they did it, or whatever I tell them to do something, they keep doing it. I see now that they understand. That's when I stepped in and got more involved with the hands-on affairs, raising the child. Prior to that, I ain't really, it was the mother all the time. They was, with the mother. And this happened like not too long, down the road. And they walking, and they moving around, they saying some words, they doing pretty good. But you tell them, bring me that glass. They bring you the glass. Do this, do that, and they doing all that. So now I see they able to understand, process, and they following instruction. So I knew they aware to that point, right? And then as time go on, we moving and grooving, and you tell them, no, don't do that, whatever, and then they get to crying, and they want to fall out on the floor and get to kicking, throwing a temper tantrum. And I ain't do nothing. And see, my wife, she knew I would go in the kitchen and get one of those plastic bags that you get at the grocery store. And it was just a plastic bag. All right, it was nothing in it. And this was my technique. I take the plastic bag and I would pop it open, and then I would just take the top of it and hold it with my hand, and so the air would stay in there. It's like a bag of air. That's what it was, a bag of air, right? So the child throwing a temper tantrum, and I go out there and holler and scream and loud, and I'm swinging that bag on him. Then I take his little butt and put him up on the couch so I can get to him easy, right? And so I be swinging at them legs, and the bag is going through the air, making this little noise. And then it's coming down, and I'm gritting my teeth, and I'm hollering, did I tell you? And I'm putting on a real show. And it's just a little plastic bag with air in it. But the sound that it's making, and I'm screaming and hollering, is totally shocking out to the baby. And so the baby, now they get to crying on another level. Why? Because they think they're getting their butt tore up. But it's just show. Ain't nothing happening. How can a plastic bag hurt you that's full of air? It ain't my intent to hurt them. It's my intent to do a psychological readjustment upon them to let them know you better stop what you're doing. And it worked every single time. 6 children, 6 times in a row. It worked every single time. They never went through that again. And they were never the type children where I had to whoop them. My oldest son, he had a little episode when he turned a teenager. I fixed that real smooth. Now, I ain't going to tell y'all about that because some of you all weak parents with the chump heart and spirit, you'd probably throw up. But that same son that I gave him a quick spiritual adjustment, He's a grown man, 37. He married now to a sister from Brazil. Got one child, and she in conception to bring another one on. That same young man told me, Abba, I'm glad that you raised us the way you did. And I stopped and I looked. What? What'd you say? He said, I'm glad you raised us the way you did. Really? Now I'm a father, being told that by my oldest son. Man, do you know, you know how touching that was? Wow. Like, man, you feel, he said, yeah. He said, look at how we turned out. Yeah, you got a point, because y'all some busters, boy. Y'all some bangers. All of them working, all of them doing a job. The two oldest one married. No, none of them had no children out of wedlock. The oldest son married with a child, one on the way, I just said. My oldest daughter, she married. She got a daughter. You know, she just called me before I started recording this video. You understand? My middle son, he and his girl, they just got a new apartment in the city. They just living, laughing, having a great time. That's where we went, ate the cake. My middle son, he has a place in a luxurious, high-end Israeli neighborhood, because he partnered with some Israelis and they opened his business, and they up there banging, doing their thing. And middle daughter, she stayed with her mother, got a great job. She been working and saving. She celebrated her birthday last month. She took a trip out the country. You know what I'm saying? Big time. She went over to Cyprus and they had a ball up there. Her and a couple of her friends, and they riding the 4x4s and partying in the club and the dinner, the hotel. Had a great time. And she financed that herself because she worked a nice job. And then my baby girl, she's doing the military. You understand? She's finishing up. She's doing great. She's done a year. And just super duper. And my two grandchildren, my 6-year-old son, you know, he having fun. You know, he laughing, talking, he growing up, getting a voice on him. And then baby girl, she 2.5. They all went out to the swimming pool, and she just showed incredible intelligence. The way she dealt with the water and the pool and everything. That little girl, she's something else. So it's all good, but you got to be a parent, and you can't blur the line between parent and child. If you get to a point where, you know, you think giving the children stuff and being all friendly and chummy and cool and trying to be cool and hip with your child, you blurring the line between adult and child. You got to be the adult, and the child got to be the child all through the life, because what you're doing is you know, you're preparing them for the future. And if you don't, you understand, teach them discipline and respect, you're setting them up for failure. That's what you're doing. You're setting them up for failure, you know. And so, you know, then as they get grown, and I had this conversation with them, my mother, their mother and everything. I said, you know, you all are my children. I mean, the brother 36, my oldest son, he's 36, got one 27, the daughter 26. So these are the adults, right? They, you know, married with children. And I told them, I said, you know, y'all are my children. Y'all my babies. And they all looking there, 1'6'3", 6 foot, they big, right? And they all stand there looking at me talking about, you know, y'all my babies. I love y'all. You know, you my babies. They grown with their own houses, children, and I'm still saying y'all my babies. I said, but here's the thing. You all are my adult children. You know what I'm saying? So now, as adults, you all gonna notice me change the way I deal with you all. And so, yeah, they my children, but I always call and say, hey, you at home? I want to come over. How we looking? Oh, I will come on through. Yeah, no problem. We be here. What time you be here? Yeah, we be here. You know, and I'll call and ask, is it cool for me to come through? I'm their father. I could just show up and knock on the door. They ain't gonna have no problem with that. But they father understand that they are adults. They grown people. And they are my children, but they grown now. So I can't keep treating them like little babies. They my children, they always gonna be my children. So now, me being wise, I understand I have to treat them as adults who are my children. Say, hey, how you doing? You look, I'm gonna be in your city It's evening, maybe about 6. You gonna be around? I like to jump over. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Yeah, no problem. Just hit me up. We'll be there. I said, okay, cool. So boom, go on over. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, I get in the house. I said, where can I sit? I'll sit right here. They always tell me to sit on the side of the couch with the recliner, and they give me the remote control. But I always ask. That's out of respect, and they love it. Then you want them to respect you as a father, as a parent, as a mother. Then you got to get them respect. You know what I'm saying? You just don't get respect off GP. You got to earn that thing. And so I said, where can I come in the house? It's just like my youngest son, girl, she was in there mopping and cleaning up, and the house smelled delicious. I came straight from work to get the cake with my work clothes. I had my work boots on. My work boots ain't dirty and filthy, but they work boots. And so when she opened the door, she smiled, hey, how you doing? And I looked down, she had the mop in her hand when she came to the door, which means she was cleaning the floor. So what I do, go trouncing over in there with the work boots? No, I said, oh, I got to take my shoes off. And she being nice, this is my son, girl. She being nice and friendly. Oh, no, you don't have to do that. No, I know she being nice. I took them boots off at that front door. Yes, sirree, Bob. Walk around barefoot, clean socks on, nice, thick, and 100% cotton. Because the girl is cleaning the house up. Air conditioning on, all cold, smelling good. What am I going to do? Go in there. And then she said, sit on this end of the couch. Nope. She said, why not? I said, I just came from work, got my work clothes on. She said, but you're not dirty. I know, but they work clothes. This is what I wear to work. The crane is brand new. I am the only operator. It is no dirt, not dirty, not stinky up here. I wear these clothes. There ain't no dirt, but because these are the clothes that I wear to work, I sat on the floor. When my son came, he said, what you doing on the floor? I said, I got my work clothes on. He said, okay. He kept going because he know me. I told him, don't be sitting on your bed with the street clothes. You come from out there. You don't sit on your bed because your bed is a perfect breeding ground of germs. And you be out there amongst all these other people. You don't know what they got. You don't know what they got. Like my grandson got this long hair because his mother from Brazil, his father, so his hair real long and curly. Dude wind up with lice, head lice. And see, he over there in the school with them. And you remember what Dr. Johnson said. He said black people are the only people in the world that don't have head lice. They do. And he go to school with a lot of them. And so, they told me about it. I said, taking the barber, had the barber cut all that stuff off down to the scalp, and then get some Dettol shampoo to disinfect the scalp and just let it breathe. You understand? And then, watch it as it grew out again real thick. I said, y'all have to keep an eye on it, and, so that that stuff don't happen again. You understand? So you can't just be intermingling with all these people that don't know nothing, how to take care of themselves, and then you shoot home and get across your bed. And it's like if you ride the bus or something, the public transportation, and you out there, this bus, that bus, and you going to work sitting in the chair, and everybody's sitting in the chair, then you come home, sit on your bed. You see what I'm saying? All this kind of stuff is like what your parents give you, charity start at home and spread abroad, and you just know how to do. You know how to do. And so that woman, that Carlee Russell mother, she didn't strike me as the kind of mother that knew how to do and pass it on to your children. That's why my oldest son said, I'm glad you raised us the way you did. He raised his son the same way I raised him. I raised him the same way I was raised by my father, and so forth. Ain't trying to reinvent the wheel. Talking about, you shouldn't hit children. That's child abuse. It wasn't child abuse back in the 60s and 70s when I was coming along. It was regular growing up. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have no problems. We didn't have no problem in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. We didn't have no knucklehead Carlee Russells running around. You didn't have all this stuff going on. Different kind of music, different kind of people, different kind of parent. Everything was different. Nowadays, this job is whacked out to where you got Megan Thee Stallion standing on the stage talking about you and calling us N-word. We don't need y'all. I mean, we want y'all, but we don't need all arrogant and disrespectful and haughty and full of herself. Oh, give it 10 years when them breasts start hanging down to your waist. Another 20 years when your hair ain't, and you stuck. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Go on with it. You know, you young, but see, the thing is, they using that glue all around the head. And they got the heavy makeup. And I don't know if that makeup natural organic, made from plants. And eventually, you know, you slapping that makeup on your face, and that's clogging up your pores. You understand? And then your skin is soaking up them chemicals. Yeah, yeah, you look good now. But man, anyway, I know that you all enjoyed listening to me. You always do. I enjoy talking with you. I love you. But that Carlee Russell, she's a piece of work. She need to be in prison. She need to pay that money back, restitution to all those, you know, dedicated law enforcement officers, and she need to come out and give a straight up bold apology. Cause we got all these sisters that's missing and ain't nobody looking for, and your black butt did the way you did cause of a dude. Y'all know how I want to say it differently. Girl, you did all that cause of a bruh. What? I tell you the truth. You know what? That black woman that's locked up over in Dubai, I'm gonna do a video, my next video on her. I got some details I want to share with you about her because why? Her Baptist preacher looking lawyer talking about she shouldn't be locked up because she raised her voice. Negro, you don't know how these other countries get out. First and foremost, I know some details on that woman. See, I listened to the video of the sister that went with them on the trip, and the sister that was out there with her, she put out serious details about that woman from the time they met, as soon as she land, all the way until it was over with. And based upon what this woman shared, that girl did not just raise her voice at one of the men over there in Dubai. She did something else. But I'm gonna tell you about it. I got details. I'm gonna share it with you on the next video. But anyway, I enjoyed talking with you. I enjoyed sharing this. Carlee Russell, she didn't do that right. She didn't do that right at all. I didn't believe her one bit. And now where are all you people that was talking about this baby and she need to be, and she so hurt and her story need to be told and y'all need to be sensitive. Where y'all at? You quiet as a church mouse. Cause we was trying to tell you, but in the beginning, something is wrong with this. Something is fishy with this. This ain't adding up right. And cause you black women got this black girl code that no matter what the black woman do, you will not call her out about it. And so that makes her in a position of being uncheckable and ungovernable, and that can't be held accountable for none of the foolishness she did. Now I want to see what y'all gonna do. When you got all these other sisters that need to be looked for and found, and not being looked for and found, what y'all gonna say now? Daggone it. Your job blowing up in your face all the way around the board. Now I said it because I love you. Dag nabbit. Now you all may be getting upset because I'm raising my voice or something like that. Damn it, you need to be thankful somebody trying to raise their voice and get some sense into you. If I go quiet, that's when you need to be concerned.